I gave you my heart.
Hey, what's up you guys? It's your girl Twinkie Samurai here. Opening a Sword and Shield booster box, which is actually way overdue. I recorded this on my birthday, which was actually February 14th, and I just never came around to recording it. I know I've been uploading a lot of other things, mainly ASMR things or things where I'm not talking. But this is a we need to talk video, but you get to see me open a big ass booster box of Sword and Shield, and you get to see some free codes. But if you're strictly here for, getting to know me better, if you're strictly here for the Pokemon and for me, then sit around and listen, because I'm gonna be catching you up on some life stuff. I'm normally not one to talk about personal stuff on my channel anyways to begin with, but I decided it's the first time for everything, so this is my first voice over, and I think I'm liking it. It's just having to try to come up with saying something and in the spur of the moment. Sometimes it doesn't work out too well, and it's kind of boring. So that's what this recorded booster box thing was, and I'm gonna say it because, well, a lot of shit went down on this day, and my mood. I was happy for opening this Sword and Shield booster box, but it was a chaotic day, and I just was not really, having a great attitude. I wasn't too positive. I mean, it was my birthday, and I was opening the greatest present you could ever get yourself, a big ass booster box of Sword and Shield. But anyways, I digress. So what has been happening is I currently live with my boyfriend and his family. And his family consists of his brother and their adopted brother, and they're both already like 18 and 19 years old, and his mother. Now the thing is, with his mother, she had been battling cancer for the past I don't know, year, and it was regression because she had already beaten breast cancer, but it came back, and it came back with full force, and she had been spending a lot of time in the hospital, mostly throughout starting in December, so we didn't even get to spend Christmas with her, which was pretty bumming, or lame, or I don't know, whatever the cool kids say these days. Ooh, Sableye V card, hello. um but no, yeah, it was kind of sad. We didn't get to spend Christmas with her, and we had 3 Christmas trees set up just because I don't know. We collect Christmas trees. It was fun. I don't know, but yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, then you probably would have seen that. That had 3 Christmas trees. Anyways, so yeah, she had been spending a lot of time in the hospital. She lost the professor's research full art rainbow. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, she had been. Yeah. She has been spending a lot of time in the hospital. Her health was getting worse, and she lost the ability to walk because she had a infection in her spinal cord, and well, that wasn't fun. And after a while, she just said she wanted to go home for hospice care. And if you don't know what hospice care is, well, I'll explain it to you. Um, Ooh, a Marnie full art trainer card. Oh my god, I love that card. It's so gorgeous. But yeah, hospice care is basically where you can either go to a hospice nursing home, or you can do home hospice. She wanted to do home hospice, and hospice, what it really is just you're pretty much waiting out the last days before you go, before you die. No sugarcoating it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. That's basically what it is. So um we had to they were trying to set up, when they were gonna come to the house. We cleared out the living room so that we can set up her bed there, so she can lay there, get her wheelchair, get her oxygen in there, get anything, any medical equipment she would need. Um, so that happened, and it happened on my birthday, which kind of sucked because I didn't get to do all the things I wanted to do on my birthday. I wanted to go, have dinner at one of my favorite restaurants. I wanted to go see a movie, which was Sonic the Hedgehog, which I still have yet not been able to see it for many reasons. But yeah, this happened on my birthday. I was helping out, getting everything set up. I managed to, open this booster box and record it, but, my mood was just not there, It was pretty gloomy and stuff like that. But I'm already a pretty gloomy person to begin with, naturally anxious and depressed. But, it just didn't feel right to try to edit and upload this video on that day around my birthday. And yeah, so this video is long overdue about me opening this booster box, which has some pretty sweet pulls if you keep watching while listening to me rant. And there's more codes, so don't worry about it. Let's see what else. Well, aside from that happening, that was all fine, and it was fine. We finally have her home. It felt great to finally have her home. Except she just needed help constantly. So four of us, two, three of us work. One of us go to school. It was a little hard, just because if she needed something in the middle of the night. Pretty much everyone woke up, but we were around the clock trying to help her out. It was frustrating sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, but we're doing it to make her as comfortable as possible before she's no longer with us. um Sorry, I had to take a sip of water there. I'm sorry for the quality of the not the camera, the microphone. This microphone is pretty cheap and it sucks, and I thought I had nice filters on it and it had set it pretty well. But hold on. Okay, I think I had the wrong mic set up. I had the mic from my webcam set up to start recording, and I don't think that sounded very good. I think that sounded very echoey. But I have my actual microphone here that is covered in layers of filters, which I don't think is probably any better. Yeah, I just went back to check on the sound, and the sound was still pretty terrible. So it doesn't matter what I record from. I just need an extremely better mic. I'm probably going to invest in a Yeti or something, just because I do also want to do streams and things like that. But I need a better PC for gaming. Oh my god. Anyways, ooh, sell a BV card. Woo woo. But anyways, I lost my train of thought there. I got distracted by something else. That's ADD at its finest, I'll tell you that. Ooh, a white code card. But oh god, what was I saying? So yeah, we're around the clock trying to make her as comfortable as possible. I love that Galarian ponytail. Lapras V card, hey, love it. Uh, shit. So yeah, the main reason a lot of my videos were ASMR or just covered with music is just because I really wanted to still open. I was still, I'm still opening Pokemon. I was still opening Pokemon cards and packs and things like that. But it's just I just was not in the mood to be all peppy and happy, or be my usual self while recording, mainly because half the time I had to stop and get up and help her um, with whatever she needed. If she needed pain medication, or she couldn't reach something because she really couldn't, stand up or anything. But yeah, it was really hard, and there eventually came a time where I got really sick in my stomach, and I thought I was having stomach issues. I had no idea what was going on, This was around early March, and I was at work. I thought I ate something bad, but the pain wouldn't go away, so I left home early. The next day, my stomach was still hurting, so I just really wasn't eating much. But then my supervisor said, "Hey, you should probably just go home. Your stomach's been hurting the last couple of days." So I did, and then it was already Friday, anyways, to begin with. So that was great. My stomach was still hurting. I wasn't even eating anymore because every time I ate, I was in pain. So I decided I'm gonna go to urgent care, see what's going on with my stomach. But then but what it was like a Saturday night, so I said I'll sleep it over, and in the morning I'll go to the clinic and see what's going on. But in the middle of the night, my stomach was just, piercing right through me, and the pain was agonizing. So I decided to go to the ER. And I had to take myself to the ER because, the boys were out for the weekend. They needed some time of fun out and about just because of everything we had been going through helping mom. Um, so I decided to give them the weekend, and my boyfriend couldn't take me to the ER, so I had to take myself until he could find someone to come look over his mom, like one of his aunts or something. So I'm at the hospital, and it turns out I had gallstones. If you know what gallstones are, they're little stones that build up in your gallbladder, and they were in this little tract, and so they pushed them out to see how it would, you know, my body would react. And then Tapu Koko recalled. And then they did another sonogram on my gallbladder, and they said it was damaged. So guess what? I had to have surgery to have my gallbladder removed. I feel so much better now. The recovery time was pretty tough. So when I finally came back home, I was more than excited just to finally be home and start healing. And I was excited because I had the go to have 3 weeks off from work to recover. Full art Wabufet V card. How freaking amazing is that? Anyways, sorry about that. Um, yeah, so I got 3 weeks off, and this is this ironically started happening when all the coronavirus stuff was the whole pandemic thing was going on, and people were starting to announce, people were starting to being forced to be quarantined and not leave the house, and people were just not. Some people were not working. They're not essential workers, and I work in the food industry, so I'm sort of an essential worker. So I was lucky enough. Well, not lucky enough that I had gallbladder surgery, but I had a mini vacation to begin with, so I was already stuck at home for a while, and just a few days after coming back from recovery, Cramort V card, another V card. I hope I said it right. Cramorant. Anyways, so just a few days after that, um, I was doing my normal routine of waking up and checking up on, mom. Her nurse had came in and helped, bathed her and everything, and attended to her wound on her back. She had a big sore on her back. It was so gnarly, dude, and it smelled so bad. But yeah, she was in a lot of pain. So once the nurse left, about an hour later, I came back to check up on her, make sure she's okay, and she was asking for help. Snorlax VMAX for the win! Woo! Bad timing to call that out, but all in all, she was struggling to breathe. I called hospice. I got the boys to wake up and come in and help to, comfort her because um, the nurses have been telling me she had been getting weaker, and she was showing signs of, her health deteriorating. So I knew that I think in my heart of hearts, I knew that this was it. this is it's today, it's now. Um, so I'm calling the nurse. I'm having them, give her some pain medicine so she doesn't feel any pain. And then while we're just staring at her, waiting for the hospice nurse to come by from the hospital, check up on her, we saw her breathe her last breath. And then that was it. She wasn't in pain anymore. And yeah, that's what happened. The funeral after that was very beautiful. There was a lot of crying on the day she died. There was a lot of crying at the funeral. But for the most part, I know I've made my closure about it. It sucks because she was my Pokemon Go partner. So we would go Pokemon community days. We'd go hit up the gyms and stuff like that. And so I still have her phone. So she will live on in Pokemon and I will get her that level 40. But yeah, that's what's been happening and why I haven't really been very talkative in my videos. So hope you liked it and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!